number 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath.
Right, saying that the Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans got to take the vaccine first. That's that great wrath, man. Let's just fucking get rid of these niggas, man. You know, just like in Psalms 80, the 83rd chapter, man. You know? And guess what? All this martial law that's coming down, all the, you know, vaccination, everything that's coming down from Esau is towards us, man. Towards the true people of the Lord, man. Because what? They see the chariots, man. They got the fucking Hubble telescope that can see the galaxies, man. They see the chariots better than we see them, man. You know, they see it up front like, oh, that's a nigga in there, you know? So they see all these things coming to pass, so it's like, yo, they can only be coming for one people, and that's them. So let's get rid of these motherfuckers. So when they come, it ain't nothing to say, but you can't get one up on the Most High, man. The Most High's way ahead of you. That's why the Lord has his elect, man. The Lord will allow you to destroy 2/3 of his people, but the 1/3, you will never touch us, man. Unless, you know, some of us, of course, the Most High, the Most High will have that some of us is put to death. But ultimately, guess what? The dead in Yahushua shall rise first. They're going to be the first ones to rise up and come at your ass, man. Go ahead, bro.
It says, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
He know his time is up, man. He know his fucking time is up. That's why, can you give me that in Job real quick?
14.
The fullness of his sufficiency. He shall, I think that's Job 20. Yeah, Job 20, if you get that real quick. You know? Because Esau know his time is up, man. And Apostle Paul said it right. They got the records, man. They know who is who. They know who's Esau. They know who's Judah. You know? They know. So they know, and they got the records about the Babylonians, the Greeks, the Romans, and they know what happened when those nations was going down. The Lord sent up prophets, man. Every time before a nation goes down, the Lord set up his prophets, man. Go ahead, bro.
Job 20 and 22, and the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
Right, because he's really trying to get this new world order shit going, man. Like I just said, man, it's November already, bro. 2 months we in 2021. So-called. You know, elections is Tuesday, man. And you got all these Edomites talking about if Trump win or lose, we going to war. You know? So guess what, man? There's a big civil war coming up, and you got Sleepy Joe said what? You know, we headed into a dark winter, man. Yeah, so Esau's trying to, you know, get that new world order plan, you know, down pat, man. Go ahead, bro.
And it says, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry. It said he shall be in straits, man. Meaning, the Most High is not going to allow you to complete that agenda, man. You will never fully take over the entire world, man. You will never fully chip everybody, man. That's not going to happen, man. Because the Lord is going to come back for his elect, man. Just like you got the chariots right above us now, you know, the Most High is with us, man. So you going to be in straits, man. The Most High going to put your ass in a hard time, man. You know, because you elites, man, you going to get the worst of it because you going to be the first group of slaves, man. You going to be the first group of slaves we come and get, man. Bill Gates, man, I got a special hatred for you, man.
That's right.
I pray to Yahushua, man, that I get my hands on you first, man. Go ahead, bro.
What it says, when he is about to fill his belly.
Sorry, every hands on you.
Well, it says, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Right, I forget the Hebrew word. I'm all, right. Which is laborer, sufferer, you know? Which is us, man. Every hand of the wicked, every hand of the laborer is going to get on you, man. And you know, if somebody someone put hands on you, they don't mean what's up. They going to fuck you up, man. Coming out raw, man. They going to beat your ass up, man. Go ahead, bro.
It says, when he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
Right, man. Why you here, man? We got it, man. Yes, you got these fun, you got these niggas. Most sides like, nope. No, you don't, man. You know? And that's, what's that, Second Ezra, the 6th and 9th chapter, when Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. Right now, this is happening, man. Esau is crawling out the womb. Yeah, I'm out of here. Jacob we're gonna pull your ass back down, man. That's what's going on right now, man. And I was thinking about it, man. Imagine seeing that, man. Your child being born, and one of them is just like, get your ass back here. Showing you they was fighting in the womb, and Esau ran the fuck. He ran, he was getting his ass whooped, man.
It says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through.
Right, and that's that thermonuclear destruction, man. You know? Because America's getting ready to be bombarded, be obliterated by 200 million missiles, man. 200 million ICBM missiles. That all these countries that was once considered weak and subjected to America are now standing over America. You know? Military-wise, they're standing over America saying, we got the bomb too. You know? So that bow of steel is going to strike America, man. And it's over for Esau, man. You can see it, man. Like I say, you don't got to be in the truth to see this, man. Hell, even my mother said it the other day. I'm driving her to work. She's like, yo, this is the end of the world. You know? It makes you smile, man. You know, you wish you could tell them, like, all right, but this is going to happen, that's going to happen. But nah, man, you just got to smile and say, yeah, I think so too. You know? So it's plain, man. The destruction and the end of America is plain.
Right.
You know, to us, the two-thirds, man, they think, oh, we gonna vote for Trump, we gonna vote for Biden, he gonna make it better for us, man. Yeah, okay. Go ahead, brother. You got to back this up.
Yeah. And it's like we were saying last week, it kind of stuck in my head. These motherfuckers, they keep voting every year, every 4 years, thinking that they're gonna see a different result.
Yes, it's sad.
But it's the same shit is always happening, man. These candidates that's running for office, they promise you, you know, all these different goodies or benefits, and yet when they get in office, you know, they don't do shit. You know?
Real quick, if I say it's case in point, Obama was like, as soon as I get in office, I'm gonna bring the troops home. As soon as that nigga got in office, he sent 32,000 troops over there, man. As soon as he fucking got in office, man, 32,000 troops went their asses over there to fight, man. That's what politicians do. And that was supposed to be your niggas' saviors. That was supposed to be the Messiah, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How many niggas jumped out their ass to go vote for Obama?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right? What y'all brothers and sisters gotta ask yourself is, right? When have you ever seen a Negro, a Latino, or Native American in office, man? Never, man. Never. Because why? It's about their royal seed lines that keep getting recycled within that presidential candidate, man. It's none of our people. So that shows you that we're not in control of this society, man. Our votes don't count, but Jake not gonna get it, man.
They just want Jake to believe that they're a part of something, man.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Come on, man. These people had your asses in slavery, calling you 3/5 of a human being, that one day they're just gonna turn around and say, you know what? We're equal now. Get the fuck out of here, man.
A quick precept real quick. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world.
Oh, that's 7.
Start at 7. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting and sunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that follows?
Yeah, it's talking about the end of this first era, man. You know, this era, man. This era of, because Ezra was told about the Most High, how he's going to establish the kingdom of heaven, and we was going to pretty much get the new covenant, in which the Most High is going to put his law, statutes, commandments in our inward parts, which therefore was going to make us be immortal. Okay, because it tells you that in the 7th chapter, it tells you that the time of immortality is going to come, man. All right, good.
And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac unto Jacob, and Esau were born of him. Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
Yeah, going back to the birth of Jacob and Esau.
That's right.
The scriptures tell you that the elder shall serve the younger. All right, and who was the elder? Esau. Esau came out first. All right, so Esau was set up to be our slaves, man.
That's right.
To serve his younger brother, which is Jacob, the Israelites. Okay, as well as the other nations. Okay,
That's right.
And that's why when Isaac was dying, Rebecca remembered what that prophet told her. All right, and she set up Isaac and through the spirit, man. It all happened through the spirit. All right, and Jacob he took Esau's blessing, man, which it really through the spirit wasn't his anyway.
That's right.
Okay, good.
For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Yeah, it said Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right, because when it says the end of the world, it's not talking about, all right, the planet Earth being destroyed.
That's right.
All right, the scriptures tell you the earth abideth forever. All right, it's talking about the age. It's talking about the era. All right, right now we're in the age of the Edomites ruling, man. All right, and that's how we know that we're in the end, because it says it right there that Esau is the end of the world. All right, that's how we know we're in the end of the world, man, because the so-called white man is ruling, man. Okay, it said Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. Jacob being you Israelites. All right, and that scripture's like, you know, we got next on the rulership, man, on the dominion.
Right.
Okay, because the dominion truly belongs to us anyway. Right, so we're just taking back what's rightfully ours. Okay, this brother, yes.
Hebrews 11 and 20. By faith, Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come.
Yeah. All right, it said by faith, Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come. That's the prophecy, man. Okay?
Right.
Because everything that Isaac blessed Esau upon and Jacob, well, start with Esau, it came to pass, man. We're living in it right now. Okay, Esau has the fatness of the earth, right? They have riches. They live good, man, and they're ruling over planet Earth. Okay, by the sword.
That's right.
That's it.
Esau wasn't done away with.
Yeah,
Because that was Paul. So that's in the Roman Empire that Paul said.
That's right.
Esau's not done away with. He's doing right now.
that's right.
Got a quick precept with that.
This is Revelation 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
Meaning, if you have spiritual ear, meaning understanding. Yeah.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Yeah.
He that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Yeah, he that leadeth in the captivity shall go into captivity. All right, so let's break that down. All right, who led who into captivity? All right. Well, when you go into the history of what's been going on in this world, we know that people that have been led into captivity are so-called Negroes and Latinos and Native Americans, man.
That's right.
Okay? Going back to, like the brother just brought the slave ship sign, all right? The so-called Negroes, which represents the Southern Kingdom, all right, they was brought to America by the way of cargo slave ships, which was funded by the so-called Jews, and it was built by the so-called Arabs, man. Okay? Yeah, and also the, oh yeah, yep. Also, you know, Slakia, lost my chair of thought. Not you good, also, the Latinos, yeah, because they were brought on cargo slave ships to Spain to serve slavery too.
That's right.
All right.
And actually, they were on slave ships before the Southern tribes. You know, going back to Christopher Columbus,
Yeah,
they go back
that's
to
right,
back
that's
to
right,
Spain,
that's right.
and back to Spain and Portugal. Sorry.
That's right. You see that? So really, when it said the Lord shall, you know, bring you into Egypt again with ships, this is talking about all the tribes, man. Okay. Okay. Before you get that, I just want to, you know, go into how Esau led our people into captivity. We couldn't deliver ourselves from the so-called white man destroying us, man. You look at his son, man. You look at Emmett Till, all right, which he was wrongfully beaten to death. Okay. A lot of these pictures goes back to the book from Without Sanctuary. Okay.
Alligator bait.
You know, alligator bait, being sold for bond men and bond women, being lynched, okay, being burned, okay. So we wasn't able to defend ourselves, man. All right. You know, they do a lot of shows on it now, man. What happened during Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma, how they bombed Tulsa, Oklahoma, killing a lot of so-called Negroes. Okay. You know, the list goes on, man.
That's right. This is Psalm 83, verse 1. A song or a song of Asaph. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies made a tumult, Salah, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head.
Yeah, it said thy enemies make a tumult. All right, and the word tumult means an uproar. All right, and how are they making an uproar? Pretty much by them exalting themselves, man. Exalting themselves above the Israelites. All right,
Chosen nation.
which, like brother said, a chosen nation, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, you got read on.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thee, thy hidden ones.
Yeah, it says they have taken crafty counsel against thy people. All right, and that's the these UN meetings, man. Okay, that's the Illuminati with their councils, man. All right, the secret councils of the wicked. All right, how they consult amongst themselves. What's the next big plan on how they're gonna destroy or dumb down the children of Israel, man, and keep us asleep. Okay, yeah.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Yep, and that's what they did. All right, they cut us off. You know, they cut our bands asunder. They divided us, and they conquered us.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. All right, they made us discontinue from our heritage. Okay. That's all examples of captivity, man, of how they led us into captivity. Okay? All right, the first wave of so-called Negroes that came to the side of the world, they knew they were descendants of the tribe of Judah. They knew they were Israelites. All right, they knew they was Benjamin, Levi. But guess what? You know, a few generations after them, they forgot who they were. All right, because they were given new names. They were given the slave masters' names. Huh?
Discontinue.
That's right.
That's right.
You know, they were given the slave master names, man. To this day, brothers still got names that go back to slave masters, man. Government names, okay? And that's how we know. That's the scripture being fulfilled, man. Yeah.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
And that's all these nations, man. Because scriptures tell you that these other nations outside of so-called white men, they're not exempt. They're guilty as well.
That's right.
Because they consulted together. All right. That's why when they come over here, they do better than our people, man. They prosper over our people, which have been here before them. All right. Just sparked my memory. Just the other day, you had a so-called Negro. He was out there in Arizona filming a video, all right, for his blog or whatever, his channel, and you had some so-called Chinese man, a gook, tell him, yo, this is a no nigga zone. Like, motherfucker, who the fuck are you? Like, first of all, you from China, all right? You're a fucking immigrant, right? Okay, and you're a gook, all right? You know what I'm saying? You telling a king to this is a no nigga zone. Well, first of all, this land don't even belong to the people that's pretty much ruling it. It don't belong to the so-called white man. It don't belong to any of you other nations but the nation of Israel, man.
That's right.
The tribe of Gad, Reuben, Issachar, which is so-called Native Americans, so-called Mexicans, so-called Seminole Indians. That's who this land belongs to. How you gonna tell our people to leave a certain area, man? But that's them lifting themselves up. That's that turmoil. They're exalting themselves, man. That's that
Right.
pride. Yeah, bro.
They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom.
Tabernacles of Edom, the first one on the list. The Tabernacles of Edom. Edom is who? The so-called white man, the so-called white people, descendants of the man known as Esau in the Bible. All right, the word Edom means red. These so-called white people, they're not really white. The term white came about in the late 1600s. All right, they wasn't calling themselves white. They were known as Caucasians.
That's right.
Okay, which means cave dweller. They're really red in skin. When you look at their skin, color, man, because they lack pigmentation. That's why his nickname was Edom. Okay?
That's why the nation's gonna be called Edom. They didn't know their nickname. It's their actual name.
Yeah.
You know? Which means red. Because they're really red, man. They're not really white. Because according to the Bible, everybody in the world has the biblical identity.
That's right.
The people on this sign here that you see, this is our name according to the Bible. But this is what we're being called in this time. Because the Heavenly Father had three men, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which is known as the fathers of the promise. Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, Jacob had 12 sons. And those 12 sons brought forth was known as the nation of Israel. These are the Lord's chosen people. That's right. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's the reason why we're under the conditions that we are today. That's the reason why we were put over here, but we have cargo slave ships.
Yes.
That's why Native Americans had their land stolen from them with the genocide. That's why Christopher Columbus, Francisco Pizarro, Hernan Cortez, Ponce de Leon came all throughout the Caribbean islands, all throughout Central South America, in Mexico, and did what they did to the natives. But why? Because those are the Israelites.
Right.
So we the Lord's chosen people, man. And Esau is the white man's biblical name.
That's right.
And they're also known as Edom. And they are our natural born enemy.
That's right.
They're gonna be
That's right.
exterminated from the planet Earth in
That's right.
the near future.
What proves what this brother is saying, it was prophecy, because we read Genesis the 49th chapter, an example that we can get out of Genesis 49th chapter to prove that this sign is accurate is what happened to Gad. It says a troop shall be coming. All right, that's what happened, man. The troops of the Edomites, man. The English explorers, the Spanish, the French, they came over here, they did what they had to do. Took over the land, took over the resources,
And the Ishmaelites.
Yeah, so-called Arabs, man. All right, so-called Arabs, they're not your brothers, they're your enemies, man. All right, they talk shit about you. They own these delis and shit. All right, they be dealing with our women. Having our women taking advantage of our women because they know our women are needy, so they know that they might need a few things for free. So they play on that, man. They prey on that. All right, but the Israelites, they are enemies too because they built the slave ships, man. All right.
Right.
When you look at them you had the Islamic slave trade, man. All right. When you look at some of them pictures of them slavery pictures of our people being captured, who do you see in the pictures, man? You see Ishmael, so-called Arab.
The Sahara slave trade.
Huh?
The Sahara slave trade.
Huh?
The Sahara slave trade.
Yeah, the Sahara slave trade. Okay? It was dealing with the Ishmaelites, man. Okay? Yes.
Of Moab and the Haganese.
Moab?
That's the
Moab. Yeah, Moab. So-called Chinese, Hagarenes, being Ishmaelites. Okay? Yeah, that was pretty much it on that.
Yeah, they're fucking gigas up, man.
Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking and servants upon the earth.
Yeah. It says, I have seen servants upon horses. Okay, and who are the servants? The servants are the Edomites, man. Because as we read earlier, yeah, I got you. Matter of fact, Yeah, read that again, brother. Read that again. Oh, you got one? All right. Read that again. Read it, brother. Read. That's what you want. Read.
Verse 8, he that diggeth.
No. Read 7 again. Read talking.
Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Yeah. All right. The servants being the Edomites, man. The servants, they're the servants upon the horses, and horses represents power. All right. So you got the servants being in power, man. Okay. The servants are who? Edomites, man. And the other nations. How are they as servants? Because we read earlier, man, well, we didn't read it, but when you read Genesis 20th chapter, it tells you that the elder shall serve the younger. All right? So the Edomites, which is a no people, are on horses, man. That's why when you Google that Theodore Roosevelt statue, you see which Theodore Roosevelt, former president, was an Edomite, and he was on a horse, and you had the Northern Kingdom, which is a so-called Native American on one side. You had Judah, a so-called Negro, which is a Southern Kingdom on the other side, man. Which proves that we're the Israelites, man. And we've been oppressed together. Okay? But it said, and princes walking upon the earth. Because we're the princes, man. That's what the word Yasha'Allah means. Meaning, he Prince Power. That's what the word Israel means, man.
That's right.
So he's a Prince of God. Okay? Slack is. That was it, right? No, that's what we said. Yeah.
What is it, verse 9? But Zechariah 2:8. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory have he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye.
Yeah, it say he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. All right, because the scriptures tell you, Israel, Amos 3:1. Israel is the Most High's only begotten son, man. Israel is the Most High's firstborn. All right, the Most High only deals with the nation of Israel. Okay, we're the precious sons of Zion.
Yeah.
The Israelites, man. Okay. Yeah.
It says, that's a point. Verse 9. For behold, I will shake my hand upon them, and they shall be a spoil to their servants.
Yeah, shaking the hand is a sign of rebuke. All right. The scriptures tell you that the Most High is going to rebuke with flames of fire. All right, and that's how the Most High is going to destroy these other nations, man. By destroying them by the way of fire. All right.
It says, ye shall know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me.
Yeah. You that part of it?
It says, for behold, I will shake mine hand upon them, and they shall be a spoil to their servants, and ye shall know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me.
Yeah. All right. Because we're prophesying against these other nations, man.
That's right.
All right. The Lord sent his prophets out there to prophesy against these other nations, man. And the scriptures tell you that the Most High has made his word in our mouth fire, and this people would. And through that we devoured them, man, spiritually. Okay?
This is Amos 3:1. Hear this word that the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which are brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for your iniquities.
Yeah. All right. It said, you only, children of Israel, have I known among all the families of the earth. Okay, just like, all right, one more scripture. All right, come on. We got a precept, but just like a man has a son, and his son is running around with other kids, and they're doing a lot of mischief. All right, and what does that father do? He calls his son, and he chastises his own son, and he doesn't regard them other kids because those are not his children.
That's right.
And that's the same mentality that the Most High has towards his people. All right, it says, you only have I known among all the families of the earth. And that's why the Lord punished us as a people, man. That's why we got it we got it the worst, man. We're under these curses, all right? And these other nations hasn't gone through what we're going through, man. The scriptures tell you that they have not been done